Right. So listen, here's the deal. This is what we should do. You should get off the train with me here in Vienna and come check out the town.
What?
So, we are in Vienna, which also happens to be the location of one of my favorite movies, Before Sunrise. I thought it'd be cool to go around Vienna and try to take photos where some of the scenes were shot from that movie. So I watched it a couple years ago, or I watched it a while ago, so I don't obviously remember exactly where everything is, but on YouTube there's a bunch of scenes. So, if you go from the beginning, we have the train, this bridge, streetcar, looks like some kind of fair, and church. Alright, there are a lot of scenes in this movie. Maria Kirche, Canal, Windmühlgasse. Alright, cool. This is our list. Westbahnhof, which is the train station that they both arrive at and they leave from. Don't think I'm gonna get the cool old retro trains that they have from '95, but there are a couple trains here. Yeah, at the very least we can get some shots of the train station and the platforms.
I was in an old church like this with my grandmother a few days ago in Budapest.
So the thing about this church is that the shot that they use for the outside and the shot that they use for the inside are two different churches, which when I first got there and saw this on the exterior, I was very confused. So we made it to about 5 sites before it got really dark and really cold and we ran out of battery. So we've charged it. It's a new day, a lot more bright than what we were shooting in yesterday, but we have 3 or 4 more sites I think that relate to the movie. And those are more field trips than the first ones, because the first ones were all sort of in the city center, like Westbahnhof into the city center, which was kind of cool because you kind of see how they would be walking that direction. Is sort of feasible, but the graveyard is like an hour away from when I looked it up. So we're gonna check those out today and have a little field trip and see what we can find. And one realization I just had is I only have about 3 shots I think left on my camera or on my roll of film, and I would love to get them all on one roll of film rather than having to use a new roll. So hopefully I can get everything else in these last 3 or 4 shots that I have, or maybe also the film lasts longer than I expect. But right now my camera's saying I'm on photo 33, so let's see what happens. We have like 2 main locations I'd really love to get, which is the Nameless graveyard, or the graveyard for the Nameless, and the bridge. So apparently that means we're leaving Vienna. Didn't realize how far this thing is. There's no way they went to this in one night, because this took me 3 buses and a train ride to get here. And the bus didn't even like go the route that it said online. Dropped me off way back there. And it said it was gonna drop me off 5 minutes away, according to Google Maps, but that didn't work out, so I guess we're walking. So on Google Maps, also when you search it up, it lists it as a hidden cemetery, and given I'm here right now, yeah, it's a pretty weird place for a cemetery.
There was this little old man that talked to us. He was the groundskeeper. He explained that most of the people buried here, they'd washed up on the bank of the Danube.
So with something like a graveyard, you don't really want to risk being like disrespectful at all or anything like that. So I didn't record too much within the graveyard or take really any photos within the graveyard, just sort of the one from the outside. Most of the people there were just unknown, and all the graves say namenlos, which is nameless, or unbekannt, which is unknown, or they just have nothing and it's just like a cross. It is very beautifully maintained. Everyone seems to have unique flowers and these kinds of things. Sweet seeing how like well looked after it is, because was one with a nameplate that's like a glass plate and it had fallen, so it was shattered, but it was put back together and put back onto the marking. So obviously, yeah, it's well taken care of. What you just saw was me running out of film right when I went to take a picture. So I guess we're not getting this one on film. I mean, disappointing, but I mean, still cool to just be here and see it.